The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Monday. Here we go. Set hot. Red 80. Turbo. Monday. Here we go. Monday.
Bradford now to throw on first down. Flushed out right. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure. But it falls incomplete, and it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here we go, Monday.
A second down throw for Bradford. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on second down, couldn't connect. Now it's third.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
On third down, Bradford. On the catch, it's Jarius Wright. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Turbo. Here we go, 5-5.
A first carry now for the rookie from SC. It's Ronald Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Hey, gotta hurry. Monday.
Now Bradford on second down. Wright's got it. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Monday.
To throw on third down. Bradford dancing to his left. And he finds Stills complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He got 29 yards that time. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 24.
Monday.
Now a play fake here on first down. On the move to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. 2nd and 10 now. It's Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Now this now, play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. Again, it's Bradford. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Brissett on first down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go!
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He dumps it off for Henry. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Brissett from the gun on third.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
Ohio! Here we go! Grand 38!
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Pitch it in with Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Here we go. White, 90. White, 90. Flex round.
He'll get it up the middle, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Derrick Henry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. They go play action here on 1st down. Flush to his right. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
A 1st down throw for Bradford. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
5-5. Here we go. Set hut. 180. 1 day. Check 50. Check back or check it. 3 down, Mug. 3 down.
On 2nd down, Bradford again. Oh, he stays up. And some space here. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Taylor now to throw on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught. Jones. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And there's Tyrod Taylor doing what he does best. Look, he's taken a few lumps along the way, and some people haven't believed in him. But this is where he excels, outside of the pocket, making plays.
As prolific with his legs as any quarterback in the league?
I would say yes to that.
Here we go. 5-2. Here we go.
Now Jones. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. 2nd down, Bradford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Hey. One day. One day.
3rd and goal, Bradford. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. It was DJ Swearinger right there on the coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Flex round! Flex round! Let's go!
On 2nd down, here's Henry. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Ohio! Ohio! Let's go! Flex round! Flex round! Brand 38!
3rd and short yardage, Brissett. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there and sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
1 minute, 53 ticks left to go in this first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout.
Flag, 32.
Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. And it's caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. And that'll set them back 5. From back at the 8 now after the false start. Another try at 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. Here's Bradford. That's complete right around the 8. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Slow. Z.
On 3rd and goal, Taylor. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And barely able to knock it through. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here, because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. To throw is Brissett. Goes underneath for Henry. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen, and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Final play of the half. Bradford steps away. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the 2nd half gets underway. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
typically what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Brissett. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Ohio, here we go.
They're going to try and throw. Benjamin with it over the middle. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Gotta hurry. One day.
First down, Bradford. Trying to lay one up deep. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now Bradford. Escaping the pressure right. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
To the right side, complete to Miller. Stops short of the 25. The nice move couldn't ultimately free him. A gain of 6 there on first.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Throwing, Bradford. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
He may try. Taylor hit. He lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first. From the red zone now, Bradford. He shakes it, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Emmanuel Agba able to get him for a loss of about 3. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
One day. 4 down. One day. One day.
Now a second down throw for Bradford. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Emmanuel Agba in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will push the lead up to 12-7. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives have bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're heading towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll try to throw now. Brissett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. And he's going to go down again. Myles Garrett in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
One day. Turbo.
Throwing again. Bradford on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Jarius Wright that time. And it's 3rd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
On 3rd down, Bradford. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Falcons. Cortland Sutton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Throwing, Brissett, throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make this a second down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Flushed out right. Complete to Ring, and he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Sometime in this fourth quarter, someone on defense is going to have to step up and force a turnover.
Monday. Here we go, Monday. Watch the motion.
Bradford now to throw on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Sutton. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Bradford now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Jabal Sheard in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now Bradford on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Third and long, it's Taylor. Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. A first down carry for Henry. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And this one is incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield.
Grand 38! Ohio! Grand 38! Flex round! Flex round!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory.
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Atlanta territory. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. From the red zone now, Brissett. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. They run with Breda. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal.
Ohio! Ohio! Come on, let's go!
Here's Henry. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Bradford, wow, he's going to throw. Finds, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Slow.
On 2nd down, Taylor eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Falcons on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Here we go, 3 down.
Play action now, Bradford. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Here's Ryan Quigley now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. He'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Powering his way forward. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. That one 28 yards on the ground. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. They keep it with Henry on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
Let's go. Ryan 38.
Again to Henry. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now a handoff to Henry. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Let's go.
On third down, Brissett. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down at the 2. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
One day. Here we go. Set hot. 180.
Throwing here, Bradford, broken tackle. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Love his pocket awareness, able to slip out of the sack. But once you take your eyes off the receivers, once your eyes come down and you see the rush, hard to get back downfield and find an open target. Fortunate, that one just wound up as an incomplete pass.
They go play action. Now Bradford. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end.